It is a beautiful night here in Tucson, Arizona at the Keno Sports Complex as we have the final regular season game of USL League One's regular season as FC Tucson hosts the Richmond Kickers in a pivotal potential playoff match here as FC Tucson need a win to make the playoffs. As of right now, every team has clinched except for Toronto FC and FC Tucson. That is the only differentiating opinion right now here between the playoffs and not making it. New England Revolution lost to Toronto just last night, 1-0, and they are eliminated from playoff contention. Now we take a look at the potential possibilities. It's win and you're in. Tucson need a win tonight to make the playoffs. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. According to head coach John Perlman, they control their own destiny. It's not a question of if they can, but if they will. They are truly believing in their potential here, as Richmond, currently having made the playoffs, still need some points to potentially figure out where they're going to be standing in the final standings, as they are currently sitting in 5th, right behind North Texas. You take a look at Charlie Dennis, who's currently leading the team in goals and assists, 9 goals and 7 assists. Only one other player in USL League One is in the top 10 in goals and assists. That's Mitchell Curry from Fort Lauderdale. Charlie Dennis has had an astounding season thus far for John Perlman's side, and he has eyes on making it even more as potentially hitting double digits in goals tonight. And then you took a look at the other side, Akira Fitzgerald, who has been one of the mainstays for this Richmond side. 86 saves on the season. He is a rock in the back. And with playing away from home, they're going to need Akira Fitzgerald to step up in a big way, especially considering Tucson need a win for their playoff hopes to continue. So with that, we'll take a break. Stay tuned. First half between Richmond and Tucson coming up next.
FC Tucson fans, you have a choice when it comes to your medical imaging provider. With several locations throughout Tucson, SimonMed offers a full range of services, including X-ray, MRI, CT scans, and more. Whether you're looking to get back on the playing field or need answers to your healthcare concerns, SimonMed Imaging. See tomorrow, today. Visit simonmed.com or call 1-866-614-8555.
Are you ready to take back control? It starts with a choice. Don't blame the system for their greed, for treating you like a number and not a person, because you have the power to do something about it. Don't make them too big to fail. Make your future too strong to fail. Put your money where your values lie and take back control.
Back here at the Keno Sports Complex as we are just about to get underway. FC Tucson and Richmond, the final game of this USL League One regular season. Every other game has finished up as Greenville has beaten North Carolina, Forward Madison has beaten Chattanooga, and North Texas has beaten Union Omaha. Take a look at the starting lineups. First for FC Tucson, pretty much a same lineup as last week, except for Derry Korf starting up top. He hasn't started since October 13th, and Gio Calixto has moved to the bench. see how that plays out as they're looking for a bit more attacking options going forward. Meanwhile, on Richmond's side, it's the exact same as their last game. 4-3-3, Akira Fitzgerald at the back, and Emiliano Terzaghi, the man who scores all the goals, starting up top as they are looking for points. This isn't just another game for the Kickers, as they are looking to push themselves back into the top 4, currently standing at 5th. If they win tonight, they will be pushing over top of North Texas, who are at 42 points. Richmond are at 40, which would put them into 4th spot. So definitely potential for both teams as we are underway here from Arizona. And immediately played right out of bounds by Tucson. Throughout this week, it has been Fan Appreciation Week for the Tucson faithful. The cool thing that the Tucson front office has done is they've made playing cards for all of their fans. Early foul on the far side. Long ball downfield. Looking for Bolanos. He's going to be intercepted by Master Antonio. And that will go out of play for a goal kick. Take a look at the injury report. Tabana Uzo is the only player out for FC Tucson. Of course, he's been out for the last couple months or so. And Zev Taubleib, one of the two, as well as Ian Antley, both out with knee injuries. We wait for Wallace Lapsley to put the ball back into play. Ball popped up in the air. Ethan Bryan is underneath it. It's all the way out wide now. Calvo plays it downfield. Kept in play, taken away, and threaded downfield. So we'll go right out of play. As it's Noah Frankie, excuse me, Maxi Schenfeld, who will take the throw in. Take a look at the head coach there. Ball put back into play. Charlie Dennis on top of it. Schenfeld now with it. So drive forward. Looking for options. Closed down quickly by the Richmond defense. It's Charlie Dennis. Master Antonio getting it out wide. Now here's Shaq Adams. Overlapping run. Ball into the box looking for Derry Korf. And Fitzgerald with a little bobble, but he manages to contain it. Quick distribution. Trying to look downfield. But Kalen Fox is there. And Tucson will reset. Here's Noah Frankie now. Back to the opposite way for Fox again. Richmond, very good defense and counter team. Great ball over top. Here's Shaq Adams. He's got numbers coming into the box. Right at the top of the 18 now. Into the box. Now the shot is saved off the line. Excellent defense as Richmond look to have been beaten. But it's not over yet as Tucson look to continue the pressure on. It was Kevin Rodriguez with the shot. Great little turn in the box. But even better defense off the line. I believe that was Jalen Chrysler who had the save off the line. Continue on. Kalen Fox. Talking with head coach John Perlman, he knew that this Richmond team would bunker. They're needing a win as much as Tucson does. Tucson probably a bit more so. Richmond have already made the playoffs. They're just looking for a better matchup at the end of it. Take it through. Here's Bryan all the way back to the back line. Next stoppage in play. Now, hopefully we can get another look at that chance from Tucson just a moment ago.
Let your voice be heard. Go to fctucson.com and cast your vote
Do a very
for
quick
your
replay.
2021
Great
Team
cut in by
Award
Shaq Adams.
winners.
Rodriguez turns, saved off the line beautifully. Very early chance for Tucson as they look to go again. Adams drives it. It's going to take a deflection. Here's Rodriguez now. He's got some space. He fires it through. Not enough power on it. And Akira Fitzgerald, fairly easy save, all things considered. Frustration from Rodriguez. He probably knew he could have done better with that shot. Spent a little bit too much time on the ball in the 18. Tucson has not played since their most recent game against forward Madison, which did not go the way they wanted to. They were up 2-0 at one point in the game, and then conceding in the 50th and 93rd minute had them leaving with a draw, and now sitting in this situation. But John Perlman said, if you told me at the beginning of the season or at the middle of the season when I took over that we'd be in a situation where we control our own destiny, I would have taken that every day of the week. So right now it's completely up to Tucson and what they can do in the playoffs. We get an offside flag up.
A happy birthday to Santiago Perez from 2008 ECNL FC Tucson. He turns 14 today. Happy birthday, Santiago.
Ball's back into play. Mastrantonio's driving forward. Bit of pressure coming from Terzaghi. Bit of play here from Tucson. Shaq Adams. The overlapping run from Noah Frankie. He's instead going to come in for Derry Korf. Korf fires, save! Akira Fitzgerald. An excellent turn from Derry Korf, but equal to it. Akira Fitzgerald adding to his tally of saves this season. Again, Korf just taking it wide. He had that near post, but Akira Fitzgerald and his athleticism had that one covered. Still danger here for Tucson. That ball whipped all the way off to the opposite side and out of play. Not the set piece that the home side wanted. Richmond in their all-white kits for this evening will have a throw. Calvo throws it in, popped up in the air by Delgado. Charlie Dennis has it now. We'll interplay here with Korf. Terry Korf back for Dennis. Dennis crosses into the box, popped up in the air by Chrysler. Running under it is Terzaghi, and he commits the foul. Positive play, positive start here for FC Tucson. They look to try and take the advantage early. Maxi Schenfeld will put this one back into play. Swung here from Hamakone. Back for Fox. Mastrantonio threads it through and finds Shaq Adams. Now it comes for Delgado, who's taken down, and yet another free kick coming for Tucson. As good as Tucson have been throughout these first 9 minutes, going to want to get a goal on the board. Terzaghi and Richmond are very dangerous if you give them the opportunity on the counter. It'll be Charlie Dennis to put this one into the box. This is left-footed chip into the area. On back out wide. Now Delgado. Good cross in, looking for Derry Korf, a bit behind him. It's back to Dennis now. Frankie's to his right, plays it through. Here's Noah Frankie to the end line, crosses it in, and it's knocked out. And it'll be a corner coming for FC Tucson. Great overlapping run by Noah Frankie there, the former Creighton man. Charlie Dennis will have another opportunity to put the ball into the box. The service from Dennis, looking back posts and just misses everyone again. Back-to-back corners with poor service from Charlie Dennis. It's a corner kick presented by Nova Home Loans. Given away here, and it will be a goal kick. Charlie Dennis putting a bit of pressure on at the very end. It's quickly restarted by Akira Fitzgerald. Down by Bryant, now Calvo. Esteban Calvo gets it off. Chrysler. Calvo now back. Bryant coming up, instead it'll just chip it downfield. Flicked on. Underneath it is Terzaghi, and Terzaghi goes down. Schenfeld wins it back for the FC Tucson side. And they will try and reset things as Schenfeld continues holding on to the ball. Got on the far side. Swinging the ball back. Take a look at John Perlman there. Turned over by Shaq Adams in the midfield. And rolling up underneath him is Joao Delgado. Stoppage in play. Delgado got a little bit too much of Terzaghi. Looks like the head referee for this evening will have a quick chat. Joseph Salinas. Making sure Delgado knows what's what. Delgado, product of Lynn University and Division II Sunshine State Conference, as is his teammate Charlie Dennis out of Palm Beach Atlantic. That ball is kept in play. Schenfeld is there, and he'll just clear it out of play for a corner. Bit of a miscommunication between the Tucson back line, and it results in a Richmond corner. Bolduc was right there, trying to capitalize on the back post cross. Ball's whipped in. Corner kick again, brought by Nova Home Loans, popped into the air, and Wallace Lapsley is right there for it. Quick distribution by Wallace Lapsley. It's behind Derry Korf. He'll pull it back and settle things down. Allow Richmond to retreat in their defensive shape. Tony gets it off wide for Mastrantonio. Turning is Charlie Dennis. He switches the field to the opposite side, headed down by Rodriguez. It's very quickly knocked out of play. From back in, here's Derry Korf, chipped it over top. Here's Kevin Rodriguez now. He'll try and chip it, and cleared up in the air by Vilnius. Terzaghi trying to hold up play, and it's going to be knocked out of play for the Richmond throw coming up. Chested down now by Calvo. Chrysler. Flicked on. Balduck was running underneath it, but intercepted is Mastrantonio. Tucson side again. First 15 minutes have been very positive play. And a bit of commentator's curse there is that Wallace Lapsley distribution goes right over Maxi Schenfeld. Calvo throws it in. Bolduc takes a deflection off of Schenfeld's hand. And it'll be a free kick coming for Richmond in a very dangerous opportunity. Vignals to put it back into the box as he did the corner just a moment ago. This time a little bit better positioning for Richmond's number 10. Vignals, Barcelona, product of Winthrop University, puts the ball into the box, way to the back post, and that one will run all the way out. Does not cross the end line, so it'll be a throw right at the corner for Tucson and Noah Frankie. Chance for Ethan Bryant on the back post to try and get a nod on it. Charlie Dennis plays it back here for Shaq Adams. Derry Korf has hold it up play now, and he is taken down by Vignals. Bit too much pressure from that Richmond press. Kickers have gotten a bit more into the flow of the game. And at the same time, Tucson's good quality has seemed to have gone away from them. Turning is Bryant. Good distribution here. Matt Bolduc on the run. Waits for numbers to get into the box. Bolduc, low cross into the box, and it's a back heel flick by Terzaghi that almost makes it into the back of the net. Emiliano Terzaghi. Goodness gracious. If that had gone in, that is your goal of the week for sure. An audacious try from the leading goal scorer in USL League One. Again, we talked about how good Richmond is on the counterattack. That ball over top for Bolduc, waiting for the run of Terzaghi. Almost paid dividends. Now the other way going Tucson. A little bit behind Rodriguez as he has to wait up for it. Maxi Schenfeld now. He'll drive inside. It's an off now for Delgado as he takes it away. Terzaghi on the run now. Bolanos. That one just booted as far as possible by Mastrantonio. As a good contingent of crowd have made it out here to the Keno Sports Complex in the final game of the regular season, hoping for more for Tucson's sake. All they need is 3 points. Easier said than done, however, is Ethan Bryant trying to play it through. Cleared away by Kalen Fox. Good pressure from Richmond, though, as they are in the ascendancy on the attack. See in moments, Tucson's going to want to try and slow down play. Richmond want to attack quick and fast and often. Tucson would prefer that not to happen. There's a long throw into the box. Popped up, Derry Korf heads it away. And at least for the moment. With Calvo, Calvo has it just barely touched by Derry Korf. Good pressure here from Tucson as Charlie Dennis has won it back now. Tucson pushing forward. It's Shaq Adams. Adams centers it off and no one was there. The counterattack from Tucson with 3 men in the box ends up with nothing. Take another look at that when we have a moment, but until then, Tucson and Schenfeld looking back stick. And it will go back to Richmond now. What an opportunity for Tucson. That ball on the run here. Terzaghi is going to be in a foot race with Kalen Fox, and Fox is going to win that one. Just boot it as far back the other way. A little flick here from Delgado. Noah Frankie, Adams. Shaq Adams trying to play it through for Rodriguez, who's come in. And it's going to go back out of play. Let's take another look at that chance from Shaq Adams and FC Tucson. What a moment here Charlie Dennis had played it off for Adams. 2 players in the box, 3 players in the box, and it goes to none of them. Derry Korf was on the back stick. He overran the play. Rodriguez had gone the opposite way, and you can see Derry Korf was just none too happy about that as a foul is in the midfield. It'll be a Richmond free kick. And if you're John Perlman and FC Tucson, these are the chances you don't want to come back to haunt you. One thing he said he really wanted his team to be is clinical. And so far this game, they've had the chances, they've created plenty. And that was the thing. They wanted to control as much chance creation as possible heading into this game, considering how that Madison game went back on last Saturday. And they have created a multitude of chances, but right now none of them are going in. And that could be the story of this game. If Richmond can end up stealing 3 points or even a draw, Richmond would be okay with a draw. They're in the playoffs. Dangerous challenge there as Delgado took down Bolanos. Not enough for a penalty, though. This according to Joseph Salinas, our head referee. Downfield. On the run now is Matt Baldock into the box. Back post, and it's in! Jonathan Bolanos has struck for the Kickers. And FC Tucson's playoff hopes have diminished. Talked about how ruthless Richmond can be on the counter, taking advantage of a small error by Tucson. And just like that, Richmond have taken the lead here in Tucson. All it took is that ball from Calvo in for Baldock, back post, right for Bolanos. No one there to mark him. And an uphill climb coming for FC Tucson. As I'm sure Toronto FC2 fans are watching this game with great interest. Take a look at Jonathan Bolanos. In the 21st minute. For Bolanos. His 5th goal of the season. What a time it can come at. And now that chance created by Shaq Adams. Looking all the more important as it was missed. Derry Korf has rolled up on in the midfield, so a Tucson free kick is coming. Still plenty of time for Tucson to mount a comeback here, but they're going to need a win, so that's at least 2 goals. And they have for sure created the chances. That's got to give you some hope if you're a Tucson fan. Maxi Schenfeld chips it over top. Looking for Rodriguez. It's going to come for Dennis. Korf was there and cleared away by the Richmond defense. Good bit of build-up here is Charlie Dennis now. Back for Maxi Schenfeld, who slips but maintains possession. Here's Kone now. Delgado turning back, finds space. Good cut inside by Kevin Rodriguez. He'll wait for the overlapping run. It's Noah Frankie now. Plays it back for Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes it to the end line, cuts it back into the box, and thrust it away by Ivan Mayagles. Schenfeld. Bit of 1-2. Here is Maxi Schenfeld. It's a goal for Maxi Schenfeld, and Tucson are right back in it. The fullback, taking one from just outside the box, has pulled his team back level. Great little 1-2 with Delgado. And Schenfeld just takes one that keeps curling away from Akira Fitzgerald.
FC Tucson goal.
And even one of the best keepers in USL League One could not reach it. So 3 minutes of being down was enough for Maxi Schenfeld, and Tucson have pulled things level. New life for the home side on Fan Appreciation Night. They look to continue on. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez with numbers closing down, white shirts all around him. Play it back. Goal scorer Schenfeld will settle things down. It's Kone. Mastrantonio getting pressured. Terzaghi was there. Kalen Fox. Schenfeld now looking for options. Played through by Delgado. Bit of a line-breaking pass looking for Shaq Adams. Shaq Adams battling, and Richmond winning the ball back. Terzaghi looking downfield, looking for Bolduc on the run. Intercepted. Charlie Dennis now. Good step over. It's a good win back by Vinyals. Bit of a heavy challenge. And it will be a Richmond free kick. Very quickly, if you look at Emiliano Terzaghi, we've talked about him and his ability to score this season. 17 goals on the year. Quite an impressive run of form for the kickers forward. A long line of former Richmond kickers who have been staples in USL Pro, USL Championship, USL League One. They've played all over. Of course, Kickers fans will remember Matthew Delicott from back in the day, one of the legends of this Richmond team. In his heyday, would score goals for fun, and of course Terzaghi looking to follow in that long line of very good Richmond strikers. Swung around now for Noah Frankie. Frankie playing it through, trying to find Shaq Adams. Instead, it's chipped up by Chris Cole. And a header by Joao Delgado, as this may end up him in the book for multiple infractions. As in fact, it'll be the final warning for Delgado. Joseph Salinas being lenient with the midfielder tonight. As Richmond will boot this one downfield. Bolanos was underneath it, but it went right over his head. So goal kick for Wallace Lapsley at FC Tucson. Take a look at some of the fans that have made it out to the Keno Sports Complex. It's good to see the support from the local community. Gary Korf is taken down. And a free kick will be taken. Jalen Chrysler taking down Korf. Charlie Dennis will look to put this one back into play. Will he go for the ball into the box, or will he try and play it on the ground? Dennis chips it up back post, and well, that's a bit too tall for Maxi Schenfeld. There's also Calvo who had that one covered. Fitzgerald just plays it right for Chrysler. Back for Fitzgerald now. Fitzgerald, not the tallest of keepers, standing at 5'11". What he makes up for in lack of size, he has in spades with athleticism and positioning. You saw the stat at the beginning of the broadcast. Tops in saves. Kone has blasted through. Trying to chip it up for Derry Korf, but Chrysler was right there for it. Bolanos now plays it back. Vinyals looks to switch play to the opposite side as Calvo has taken it down. Esteban Calvo plays it back. Good little dummy run here from Ethan Bryant. Vinyals, overlapping run from Chris Cole. Cole loads up the low cross. Not a bad one. Alice Lapsley was there for it though. Just joining us, we're 30 minutes into the match. I'm Austin David here, bringing you the final match of the USL League One season. Jonathan Bolanos scored in the 22nd, and Maxi Schenfeld scored in the 24th. And that is where we stand through 30 minutes. Again, FC Tucson need a win to clinch a playoff berth. If they do not, and Richmond either draw or win away from home, then Toronto FC2 would have that final playoff spot. New England Revolution 2 had the opportunity to clinch their own destiny if they had won against Toronto, but they fell 1-0 in Toronto. So offside flag has gone up on the near side. As we mentioned, all the other games have finished out here this evening. North Texas with a big win over Union Omaha that just finished up. Excuse me, it actually finished 1-1. Union Omaha had scored a penalty in the 91st minute to deny a big win for North Texas. That ball goes out of play. So with all those other games that have finished out, Richmond currently, they stand at 41 points, will be fourth. And a foul by Terzaghi. He's not too happy with that. He believed Kalen Fox was fouling him. And instead, Joseph Salinas called it the other way. Frankie plays it down the line. Shaq Adams tries to play it with Frankie. Comes off of Chris Cole. So a throw coming for Tucson. Here is Shaq Adams now. Back for Frankie. Frankie is taken down. Another free kick coming for Tucson. Speaking of Noah Frankie, his little brother Caleb plays fullback for UCF. It's senior day for him tomorrow. Ball overlapping run. Here is Noah Frankie. Noah is taken down, no foul called. Delgado instead crosses into the box. It's popped up in the air. Derry Korf is underneath it. Korf tries to turn, all white shirts around him. Here's Delgado, back for Noah Frankie. Loves at the cross into the box, and Derry Korf tried to get a header onto it. But Jalen Chrysler knocks it away. So another corner coming for FC Tucson. Again, sponsored by Nova Home Loans. Crossed into the box. The header from Kone popped up in the air and cleared away by Bryant. Tucson staying with it. Trying to find Kalen Fox. Is Delgado. Instead, he loads up a back post cross going to the other side. Shaq Adams was there. Now a counterattack opportunity coming for Richmond. It is Bolanos driving past Noah Frankie. Frankie tries to catch up, and he does so, and wins the ball and knocks it out of play. Good recovery by Noah Frankie, as Bolanos was claiming an elbow. John Perlman has been incredibly high on Noah Frankie since he joined the team in the middle of the season. He's coming off an injury, held him out most of last year. Perlman went as far to say as he believes he could be one of the best right backs in all of USL League One. He knows some USL Championship teams are watching him very intently. Rodriguez dribbling through defenders. A bit of a miscommunication there as Mastrantonio has that one go under his foot. Luckily not too much pressure coming from Richmond. Ball threaded through, nobody there. Schenfeld. Counter-attack opportunity now for Richmond. Bryant holding up play, waiting for Baldock. Schenfeld shielding, steps in front. Gonna come right for Noah Frankie, who has enough time to settle it on his foot and turn. It's Rodriguez, who's now switched to the right side. Trying to play it for Frankie. Frankie is being held by his head, and it goes out of play. Very interesting call. That'll be a corner kick. As you can very easily see that I believe it was Bolanos grabbing Noah Frankie by the hair. You can hear the boos raining down from the fans, but nothing called from the assistant on the far side or the head referee. So instead it'll be a corner coming for the Kickers. Goal corner kick sponsored by Nova Home Loans. Vinyals will put it in, but first Joseph Salinas will have a chat with some players in the box. Kone just having a quick chat with our head referee tonight. This was Magalhães. Ball into the box. Knocked out to the top. Bolanos plays it back. Another one into the box again, as Chrysler was making a run for it, but too far away from him, so goal kick now coming for Tucson. Delgado plays it for Charlie Dennis. Again, Dennis with 9 goals, 7 assists on the season, and their primary penalty kick taker. Miscommunication. Rodriguez has that ball popped up. Now threaded through, taken away by Baldock. Back with Richmond. Swing all the way back to the back line. Magalhães. Now Chrysler. Boots it right out of play. Baldock couldn't get to it. Schenfeld. Daring Korf is taken down. Chrysler not too happy about that, but it'll be a free kick coming for Tucson. So less than 10 minutes from halftime, 1-1 our score, with goals coming within 2 minutes of each other. That man, Maxi Schenfeld, had the game tying goal in the 24th minute. Daring Korf is switched a bit more out wide to the wing. There's a chance for Rodriguez. Slowly makes his way into the area. Burst of speed is knocked out of play by Chris Cole. And another corner kick for FC Tucson. Slowly but surely, Charlie Dennis has gotten his delivery better and better. And Nova Home Loans, another corner kick sponsored by them. See if this is the one for Charlie Dennis. It's a good one into the box and headed away by Chrysler. Throw it back in, and now an opportunity for a counter. Chipped over top, looking for Ethan Bryant. So he'll get a run on. Noah Frankie is closing him down. Good burst of speed here by Bryant, and he's taken down by Noah Frankie. And it'll be a free kick from a very dangerous opportunity. Great little change of pace by Ethan Bryant. So he took the ball down, and instead of slowing it up, he burst past Frankie. Forced the right back to commit the foul. A little bit closer to the 18-yard box than a normal corner would be, and Nilvenyaz will have another bite at the apple to get a good ball into the box. Chrysler is underneath it. That one skied. Almost goes out of the field of play entirely. Nilvenyaz will probably want that one back. Derry Korf looking for the big switch the opposite side. And running underneath it now is Rodriguez. But Akira Fitzgerald was right there, coming well off his line to make the play. So now back the other way is Richmond. Way down the line here is Bolanos. Ball into the box now. It's a turn. It's Terzaghi. It's a save from Lapsley. Emiliano Terzaghi with a beautiful turn. And Wallace Lapsley took one right to the head. It looks like he's saying right underneath his head, right in the chest. And it's Wallace Lapsley having to come up huge. Take a look at Bolanos. Great little ball into the box. Great turn from Terzaghi. Body on the line moment for Wallace Lapsley as he takes a moment just to compose himself. And a good thumbs up from the goalkeeper. Joseph Salinas had to stop play for the moment just to make sure that the Tucson goalkeeper was all good to go, and as he is, it will be a drop ball for Richmond, I believe, who will probably just kick it downfield. Just a drop ball for Tucson, in fact. Just kick it back to the back line, and play continues. It's Kalen Fox, the captain. Looking downfield. Here's Schenfeld now. Delgado. Derry Korf playing through into the middle. Korf still driving forward. Korf with the shot. Korf! Derry Korf! Spectacular from Derry Korf as he has given Tucson the lead just before halftime. It completely fooled Akira Fitzgerald in goal. It just completely left Derry Korf to take the shot. And he capitalizes spectacularly. What a moment for the FC Tucson striker. His own goal sponsored by C. Charo. And Tucson have taken an advantage just before halftime. You can see in the background Richmond Kickers coaching staff trying to urge their team on. Darren Sawatsky not too happy about that. Just too much space and time if you're Richmond to give Derry Korf. No one closed him down. And he figured, why not take the shot? Sometimes that's all it takes. Getting those moments and saying, why not? Two spectacular goals from Tucson. Emiliano Terzaghi is not happy about that call. Mohamed Kone went up, and Terzaghi just had a high boot in front of Kone. As soon as the whistle blew, Terzaghi showed his frustration. Still chatting with Joseph Salinas, our referee. Well, that's the response if you won. If you're John Perlman, you go down 1-0, you're up 2-1 just before half. And the decision to start Derry Korf over Gio Calixtro is looking even the more imperative. You got to figure Calixtro will probably feature at some point on the match. He is on the bench. Depending on how this match plays out, we may start seeing a bit more defensive subs coming from this Tucson side. That is to be decided for the second half of the match. Of course, the day before Halloween, you've got some fans out in attendance with some costumes on. Dia de los Muertos also going on. Shaq Adams wins the ball cleanly, says the referee. And Shaq Adams pulled over, and it'll be a free kick and a yellow card being shown to Jonathan Bolanos. First yellow card of the match. Goes to the kicker's side. The man who scored the one goal for Richmond goes into the book.
Number 17, Jonathan Bolanos.
Bolanos just coming right in front of Adams. Bit of a scissor kick tackle. And that will earn the first yellow card of the match.
The fourth official on the field is indicating there will be 1 minute of stoppage time.
Just 1 minute of stoppage time will be given. Ball popped into the air. Maxi Schenfeld now with it. He's driving forward. They're playing out wide for Delgado as he slips and falls. Tries to play it through. Here's Rodriguez. He's into the box. Kevin Rodriguez lays it off for Charlie Dennis. Rodriguez was taken down in the process, nothing given, as Schenfeld blasts through Bolanos. Certainly looked a lot worse than it probably was. But either way, it'll be a yellow card for Maxi Schenfeld. So 2 of the goal scorers on the night have gone into the book within 2 minutes of each other, which is exactly how they went in their scoring possessions. It was Bolanos who scored, and 2 minutes later, it was Schenfeld who scored. And now, both of them go into the book within 2 minutes of each other. This time, with Schenfeld taking out Bolanos on the play. It certainly looked a lot worse on the replay. Not sure Schenfeld meant anything by it. That still came in a bit heavy with the challenge. Well, that will do it for the first half. A very entertaining one from a neutral's perspective, but probably a very stressful one if you're a fan of FC Tucson or Richmond. But Tucson heading into the locker room with a 2-1 advantage, a game they need to win to make the playoffs. Richmond is already in, but they are trying to win to give themselves some breathing room in the standings so they can have a better advantage in the game. We'll take a break. Tucson up 2-1. We'll be back in just a bit.
At Raising Cane's, our dining rooms are open, and our crew is serving up hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and my favorite, cane sauce. So come on in for meetups and wind-downs, lunch breaks and dinner fixes, pre-games and after-parties, or whenever your chicken finger cravings hit. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Lately, we've all faced difficult choices. We sacrifice. We choose to stay home, to connect, not to be stuck in our fears. And when we choose each other, life gets better. We choose to be here when you need us, to support you during hard times. We choose strength and hope. We choose you.
Mexico's more than a country. It's a feeling. Wherever you feel Mexican, there is Mexico. It could be in the middle of LA, or in the middle of nowhere. It's in our blood. Don't waste time trying to hide it. It's too big, too strong. This is who we are. Let's celebrate it. Tecate. Mexico is in us.
Welcome back to halftime here at Keno Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona. While we take a moment here, let's take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday's game between Toronto FC and New England Revolution 2. This was a game that New England needed to win, and Toronto was playing spoilers. Some early chances from Toronto. Ended up being saved by Joe Rice. Had to come up big in moments, but more on him a little bit later. Chances here for New England as they were pushing to keep their playoff hopes alive. But in the second half, with a beautiful strike to Paul Rothrock, who hit the volley cleanly on the opposite side of the field, beating Joe Rice and giving Toronto a 1-0 lead in the 62nd minute. Joe Rice would end up getting a red card late in the game, and New England would lose to Toronto 1-0, which plays more into this game here this evening with Tucson and Richmond. So while we have a moment here, let's take a moment and pass it on to Pass It On Soccer, who's donating equipment to Afghanistan refugees and how FC Tucson has played a part.
Food court featuring 7 local restaurants, a bar, and an arcade. Check it out tonight on any night
With
for a
the
great
final
time.
moment here before we take it to break, let's take a moment here to shout out the 2021 Supporters of the Year for FC Tucson. It is the Douglas family, announced officially yesterday. We appreciate you for supporting
FC Tucson Youth will now play a 5-on-5.
And shout out to the Douglas family. And with that, we'll take a break here, coming back with the second half of FC Tucson and the Richmond Kickers right after this.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
There's hit on the line! Oh, he put it in! A magnificent strike! You go down, you come back, and you find a way.
Send me how you gon' feel. Goes topic. I mean, yeah, that's how we doing today we're gonna go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it. What?
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
is hit on the line. Oh, he put it in! A magnificent strike. You go down, you come back, and you find a way.
Back here at Sports Complex, beautiful Tucson, Arizona. It is the home side, FC Tucson, leading the Kickers of Richmond 2-1 here after 45 minutes. Let's take a look very quickly at some of the news and notes from the league around here. We talked about earlier, this is the final day of the final regular season match. We'll see who makes the playoffs and who does not. Depending on the results of this match, it could be FC Tucson or Toronto FC2. Meanwhile, Union Omaha, best team in USL League One, topped the charts with 14 wins, and Bernard Kamungo came in for a substitute at North Texas as they were playing New England Revolution 2. Scored 2 goals in a 4-1 win. Very impressive performance from the North Texas strikers. Now they have made their run into the playoffs and clinched a spot as well. Well, take a look at the team of the week, as we mentioned. Bernard Kamungo right there in the thick of it. Charlie Dennis for FC Tucson also in there. You see a lot of Union Omaha names, as well as a few forward Madison players. Eddie Munyoma, also from North Texas, in there. You see Sean Hundal from Fort Lauderdale on there. He is one of the names that you'll see here in just a moment. The goal leaders in USL League One, Emiliano Terzaghi, 17 goals on the season, which is a single season record. So he looks to try and score one more to get his team back into the mix. Greg Hurst for Union Omaha, also with 13 goals. He's been paired now, not just with Hurst, but Evan Conway just sitting out of the top 5. So 2 very strong strikers for Union Omaha as they head into the playoffs. So with that, we'll take one more break. Second half of Tucson, Richmond coming your way in just a moment.
There once was a time when I went traveling through the night, when I woke up to my surprise, saw a sliver of big, big sky.
Let's be honest, the world has changed. Everything is done a little differently now. But what hasn't changed is the time that you spend with us is still amazing. And even though things have been tough, we're here to help you unwind. Sheraton Tucson, showing you that the good times are back. We can't wait to see you. So get ready. It's time to check in.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
Take a look at some of the fans here at Keno Sports Park in Tucson, Arizona. FC Tucson leading 2-1 after a very entertaining first 45 minutes. Let us take a look at what has transpired in that first half, as it was FC Tucson with the pressure early. They couldn't convert. It was Shaq Adams laying it off here. Kevin Rodriguez getting the turn and blocking it right at the edge is Jalen Chrysler. Massive play defensively by the center back. for Richmond. And from that point, other chances. Again, Rodriguez would get a chance on goal, but Akira Fitzgerald very easily claims that one. Be one more chance that Tucson would have throughout the first 20 minutes or so. But then all of a sudden, here come Richmond. Back post ball from Matt Balduck for Jonathan Bolanos. And Wallace Lapsley could not keep it out. And as they have done all season, counterattack to perfection off the turnover. As Bolanos got the kickers up 1-0 early on. And a beautiful combination play between Delgado and Maxi Schenfeld. And Schenfeld's curling shot that just kept skipping away from Fitzgerald ended up in the back of the net, and the left back gets his team right back into it. Kisses right off the inside of the post. And then Derry Corp. What can you say about this goal? Just steps in and fires one from distance, catches Akira Fitzgerald stepping the wrong way. He could not step back. And one of the best shot stoppers in the league could not keep that out. As you see, very, very close in terms of possession, shots on target. It's been a very, very even game. FC Tucson just currently leading it in terms of the scores. Let's go ahead and take a look back as the second half is about to get underway.
And your very own FC Tucson.
So we will get things back underway. Emiliano Terzaghi will kick things off for the Richmond Kickers as they look to get back into it here in the second half. 45 minutes stand in the way of Tucson and their playoff berths into USL League One playoffs. They can hold this 2-1 lead. They will be in and Toronto will be out. Meanwhile, Richmond, if they win, they will get a little boost in the playoff standings. They'll move up into fourth. But if it stands right now, because of goal differential and because of head-to-head matchups, Tucson would actually vault from 7th to 4th, Richmond 5th, North Texas 6th. Very crazy times here in the last day of the season for USL League One, but that's what makes it entertaining. Stakes on the line on the last day of the season. Ball from Fitzgerald down the line here. It's Calvo driving forward. He's got the overlapping run. It's behind Balduck. Holding up possession. Bryant plays it back. Here's Zaka Moran, who hasn't touched the ball too much this evening. Back here for Chris Cole. A bit more possession than the beginning of last half for Richmond. Be touched by Calvo, but he maintains possession. Out wide for Balduck now. Overlapping run is Calvo. Able to cut it back, stabs it through. Here's Balduck into the box. Balduck cuts it back. Top of the 18, Vinyals with the shot. Blocked and cleared downfield. Good defensive possession by Tucson. And almost an egregious error by Akira Fitzgerald playing it out of the back. Magalhaes was not ready for it. This was an awkward ball. Terzaghi has gotten underneath it, and Terzaghi is going to be taken down, and it's going to be a penalty coming for Richmond. Emiliano Terzaghi, a dangerous man on a breakaway, as Mastrantonio may have gotten a red card for a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, but instead Terzaghi pushed on and was taken down by Wallace Lapsley. That was just an awkward ball from Mohamed Kone. As you see, Mastrantonio just holding up Terzaghi, and Wallace Lapsley having to make a decision and takes out the big striker. And now, as we mentioned at the halftime break, Terzaghi could add to his record scoring number. He's on 17. Could he have 18 and get the Kickers back into the game just 3 minutes after halftime? It will be Terzaghi to get Wallace Lapsley. Terzaghi fires and scores, and Richmond are right back level. A disastrous start for FC Tucson as they have come out of the locker room and conceded a goal 4 minutes into the second half. Terzaghi just sends Lapsley the wrong way, and a clinical finish by the most clinical finisher in the league. Terzaghi, his 18th goal of the season. Well, we're right back to where we started, folks. 2-2 with an entire half to play, as FC Tucson will need to pull a bit of magic out, as they have already. 2 goals from outside the box from Schenfeld and Derry Korf. Who will be the next person to step up for Tucson, or can Richmond hold on to this 2-2 result and send Tucson right back out of the playoffs? Rodriguez has the ball knocked out of play. Schenfeld will throw it in. Take another look at some of the fans in attendance. We've got a hot dog in the stands. Kane takes down Ethan Bryant. Boos rain down from the fans here in attendance. Well, the old saying goes, goals change games, and certainly for Richmond, they've got to be feeling pretty good about their opportunities for the last couple minutes as Kone is rolled up on, and it'll be a free kick for Tucson. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball sponsor of the USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportsamerica.com. As here's a ball from Shaq Adams into the box, and it's out of play. It'll be a corner. First corner of the half for Tucson.
Let's make some noise for this Nova Home Loan Sunrise Branch corner kick.
Charlie Dennis can do on this corner kick. This will be the 5th corner for FC Tucson. Dennis's ball into the box, headed down and in! And Tucson is right back up. It's Luca Mastrantonio. What a game this is turning out to be. As soon as Richmond respond, Tucson answers. And they have gone right back up on top. A beautiful delivery from Charlie Dennis, and the big Strenner back, Luca Mastrantonio, heads it in to put his team back on top. Goal sponsored by C. Charo. What a moment for Luca Mastrantonio. Doesn't seem like leads really last too much for Richmond in this match. You know the implications for Tucson. They need to win. As soon as they concede, they come right back and take the lead again. Richmond scored in the 22nd, Tucson in the 24th. And after opening up a 2-1 lead right before halftime, Terzaghi scores in the 49th, Mastrantonio in the 52nd. The response, if you're John Perlman, you love the response. You just hate the fact that they're conceding goals. Two goals within the first 10 minutes of this first half, or second half, excuse me. Setting up for a very intriguing finish to this match. Noah Frankie turning. Dennis loses that one out of play as Chris Cole Taps it out. Thrown in, popped up in the air. Taken by down by Terzaghi for the moment. Bit of hesitation there by Kalen Fox. Schenfeld plays it down. Popped up in the air by Moran. Now back as Derry Korf goes down, and it's going to be a foul on Richmond. Little hands up moment by Calvo. Esteban Calvo did not think that was much of a foul, but more often to get the call when you go down and grab the ball immediately. Either a handball or a foul, one way or the other. Noah Frankie tries to trap that one down, and instead it'll be played back by Bolanos. Frankie keeping up the pressure. Bolanos putting it back to Magalhaes. And Mastrantonio commits the foul on Terzaghi. Traveling through, Neil Vinyals plays it back. Terzaghi fires wide. Good bit of turn by Terzaghi. Just leaned back as he fired. Couldn't keep the accuracy on the shot. Good bit of build-up from Richmond. Speaking of Richmond, shout out to everyone who is tuning in from the Richmond, Virginia area. They cheer on their team very late here this evening. Of course, right now it's 8 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Mountain time, but 11 o'clock on the East Coast. So Richmond fans staying up, we applaud you for staying with us here this evening on this final day of USL League One action. Derry Korf is taken down, nothing given, says the referee. Play on as Richmond channeling through. And it's broken up at the very last moment by Kalen Fox. Here's a giveaway though. And almost disaster as Wallace Lapsley manages to grab it. But it was Ethan Bryant who was right there to try and capitalize on an egregious error by the back line of Tucson. Will just boot this one downfield to no one in particular. Played through by Bryant, and that one goes out of play. Tonight's match presenting sponsor is Right Shore Insurance. Right Shore insures everything from pets to jets, homes, auto, RVs, ATVs, commercial business, bonds, and more. Visit rightshore.com for more info. We'll have a quick stoppage and a chat here as Matt Bolduc and Mohamed Kone are having a quick chat. It doesn't seem like Darren Sawatsky is too thrilled about this. So Rodriguez got into the mix as well with that little chat. Ball is thrown in all the way back and cleared by Kalen Fox up in the air. It's taken down by Rodriguez, and coming back is Terzaghi, who's won the foul. And he'll look to distribute quickly. The ball is downfield. It's taken down now. Here is Bolanos. Out wide, and it's a slip and fall by Matt Bolduc. Maxi Schenfeld now chips it forward. Derry Korf heads it up in the air. Charlie Dennis now. Delgado. Shaq Adams, he's got some space. Adams looks to put the move on. Crosses into the box and fires and scores! Shaq Adams has given Tucson a 2-goal lead. Akira Fitzgerald beaten on the near post.
FC Tucson, number 17.
And Shaq Adams.
Shaq Adams.
A bit of a dance against Chris Cole. And then just fires to the near post. For as good of a goalkeeper as Akira Fitzgerald has been all season, giving one up on your near post is not ideal. Ice in his veins, Shaq Adams, a massive goal for FC Tucson. That goal brought to you by C. Chato. Tucson have certainly answered the bell for the last 15 minutes. After conceding just out of halftime, they've scored 2 straight, and every goal they have scored has been fairly spectacular. 6 goals in this match, and we're still got another 30 minutes to play. Once again, if Tucson's result holds, they are into the playoffs ahead of Richmond. They will be in 4th. By the end of the match, we'll know who's playing whom. We'll bring you the updated playoff bracket. Maxi Schenfeld playing it back for safekeeping. Charlie Dennis has to come back just to distribute out wide. Here's Fox again. Schenfeld tries to play it through for Charlie Dennis. It's going to run and get right back to Richmond. Here's Chrysler. Down the line it goes. Balduck matching up with Schenfeld. Matt Balduck gets it out wide, and Schenfeld gets a last piece of it. No, he does not. I believe, no, they did. Thought the assistant referee called a goal kick, but in fact he did call a corner. So Schenfeld last touch. And Vignoles will put this one into the box. Set piece opportunity. Vignoles in, headed away. Just off of Schenfeld. Balduck is underneath it for Richmond. So load up another long cross. Lapsley is in, and the whistle has gone. Offside was the call of the players in the box. Here's Noah Frankie now, driving forward. Looking for options, just plays it out for Fox on the outside. So now with Schenfeld. Play a diagonal ball through, and that's a foul and a yellow card incoming. At least whenever Esteban Calvo turns around to look at it, and there he does. Esteban Calvo taking down Rodriguez. It's a good turn by the Tucson winger.
Yellow card, number 20, Richmond kickers.
The Richmond right back just taking out Rodriguez on the run. You see, as soon as the foul was called, Calvo started yelling towards his bench. He was yelling to his head coach, Darren Sawatsky. Calvo goes into the book. Booted downfield by Master Antonio and well out of play. So a throw coming for Richmond. It's intercepted by Rodriguez, taken right back on the other side by Vignoles. Ball for the moment, players falling over, and now some space to work for the kickers. Cole plays it out wide and is taken away by Bolanos, at least for the moment. We'll have some subs to come for Richmond in just a moment. 3 substitutions, in fact. We'll bring those to you in just a moment. That ball will go out of play. We'll have those substitutions for you right now, in fact. The first one is Jalen Chrysler, the center back, is going to be coming out. And Nathan Awney will come in. Interesting substitution. Never like to sub out your center backs. Meanwhile, Victor Falk also in for Ethan Bryant.
Right, your substitutions, Richmond kickers. 11 in, Alex Anderson. On for number 7, Matt Bolduc.
And Matt Bolduc has also been subbed out. And Olax Anderson has also come in. That ball out of play. And all of those substitutions brought to you by Right Shore. Terzaghi now cut into the midfield. Great defensive play by Charlie Dennis. Ball threaded back. Just under the foot of Shaq Adams. Magalhaes. Downfield it goes. Headed down by Cole. Vignals all the way back to Magalhaes.
Also on for Richmond, number 23, Victor Falk.
Chipped into the box. Headed away, at least for the moment. Taken down by Delgado. He is taken down. Play continues. And the ball is knocked down field. Magalhaes. Now Awney. Anderson plays it through to Terzaghi. Good challenge by Schenfeld. Still with Richmond, however. Magalhaes. Chipped into the box. Flicked on. And Schenfeld will boot it downfield. Fresh set of subs have given Richmond some new life. Good spell of possession here from the visitors. Magalhaes now. Directing a bit of traffic. All the way out to Awney, the new substitute. Vignals. Challenge, and Schenfeld called for the foul. So it'll be Nil Vignals to put this one to a dangerous spot. Tucson look to try and control a 2-goal lead. Vignals into the area, looking back post, it's loose. And as Noah Frankie will just tap it back, and Mastro Antonio will knock it downfield. And it goes right back to Richmond and Zaka Moran. Here's Vignals, past Rodriguez, out wide. Anderson into the box, player down, out of play for a goal kick.
We'd like to give a big FC Tucson welcome to Lydia.
Well, it was Emiliano Terzaghi who went down in the box, but the referee decided there was not enough in it to give another penalty. So we continue on, 68th minute. Tucson still holding on to their 2-goal lead. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM, channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also, shot is gone from distance. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. Wallace Lapsley will put this one back into play. Tucson have not made any substitutions. Richmond, the 3 we mentioned so far, Anderson, Falk, and Ani thus far. And speaking of Ani, shielding off Derry Korf, but it was offside on Korf. So that one did not matter. Here's Moran. Switch to the opposite side of the field, chested down by Anderson. Olix Anderson. Vinyals lines up the shot, fakes it instead, and knocked away by Noah Frankie. Coming away with it here is Joao Delgado. Plays it through. Charlie Dennis switches it out wide for Derry Korf. Korf waiting for some help coming down the field. And they'll play it back for Schenfeld. Dennis now. Delgado. Schenfeld will play it back to the back line. Mastrantonio. Here's Frankie. Frankie pulls it back. In for Charlie Dennis. Slow turn, gets it out wide for Frankie. Frankie is taken down. It'll be a foul on Bolanos, who's sitting on a yellow. Well, probably not enough for a second yellow, but definitely something for Bolanos to watch out for, as persistent infringement could get him a booking and could get him sent off. Could then get him... Any of these players that get a red card in this game would be suspended for the first game of the playoffs. Want to keep that in mind, especially with Richmond having made the playoffs already. Last thing you want to do is have your team down one of your first choice players heading into a imperative playoff game. Ball headed away by Ani, and it will stay in play. Ani able to clear it downfield. Kone is being hugged, and in fact will be called for hugging. Best way I can describe it. It's quickly restarted. Vinyals out wide. Bolanos overlapping run is Cole, and instead they go it back to Vinyals. Still Vinyals, play back to the back line. Macalayez. Switch to the opposite side is Falk. Charged in is Calvo. He loses it. Falk plays a direct ball here now. Anderson. Alex Anderson scuffs the shot. Terzaghi saying that it took a deflection, and I believe it did. So maybe did scuff the shot, but also did take a deflection. So corner kick, sponsored by Nova Home Loans. Here's Vinyals into the box, headed up and over. It was Nathan Ani, the substitute, who got a good piece on it. Nathan Ani, the 6'4" man out of Seattle University, with Union Omaha last. Hasn't really gotten too much playing time thus far this year, but can be very dangerous with that 6'4" frame on set pieces, as you saw just a moment ago. Popped up in the air as Falk fouls Joao Delgado. Charlie Dennis looks to go quickly, and instead they'll call the play back. As it stands right now, Richmond Kickers' goal differential has actually gone into the negative, while Tucson's has actually gotten into the positive. Chested down by Anderson and taken away. Kalen Fox pays it all the way through. Quickly thrown in, Falk. Challenged by Derry Korf, out of play. Very quickly ready to be thrown in, and done so, but headed right back to the opposite way. Derry Korf gets it right to Dennis. Korf is whistled for the foul. It's actually going to be called instead on Calvo. Fans are probably a bit more upset that they stopped the promising counterattack, if anything. And it'll be a free kick coming for Tucson. Kone was not ready for the ball on the restart. Antonio switches field. Heavy chest down. Right back for Richmond's possession. Magalhaes. Way back for Kira Fitzgerald. Distribution for Chris Cole, and it's just right off his chest and out of play. Talked a little bit about how good Akira Fitzgerald has been this year in terms of saves with 86. Right behind him is Wallace Lapsley. He's currently in third. I believe as of tonight, he may have passed him for second. So you're seeing two of the best shot stoppers in the league currently going at it. And as of right now, the advantage is going to Wallace Lapsley. Akira Fitzgerald has been caught out on a number of plays this evening that very uncharacteristic. You also got to give credit to this FC Tucson team, knowing the situation, knowing that they have to come in and win, and have really come out, taken some punches in the mouth from Richmond, but have gotten right back up, and the fight continues. 15 minutes separating them and the playoff berth as of right now. As the game wears on, Richmond will most likely start throwing some more numbers forward. And all it takes is one goal to get back into this for Richmond. And we've seen so far this evening how dangerous and clinical they can be on the counter. Credit to Tucson, who have done very well in terms of pressing to stop those early counters. Here's Chris Cole. Down the line it goes. Bolanos getting past Noah Frankie. Bolanos into the box. Cross into the box. Just past Alex Anderson. And cleared downfield by Rodriguez. Good drive by Jonathan Bolanos. Just could not find Alex Anderson on the opposite side of the box. There's Calvo now, back for Falk. Out wide for Anderson. He'll drive in. Anderson on Schenfeld. Anderson shot and parried away by Wallace Lapsley.
1,566.
Take another quick look at that. It's Alex Anderson getting the ball from Falk, driving forward into the defense. Schenfeld doing enough to just force him a bit wide. The ball is into the box, headed up, and top of the area. Still loose here for Richmond. Played back by Bolanos and all the way back. Chris Cole loads up the ball into the box. It's a back post chance. Popped up in the air, loose. And Noah Frankie will get on it, but only for a moment. Anderson taken away by Kone and cleared away by Dennis. And now running forward is Kevin Rodriguez. Rodriguez being taken down, and he will actually be the one who commits the foul as it's quickly restarted. Saka Moran just got in front of him. Good positioning by the Richmond number 6. Long ball, Lapsley there, as Bolanos was running in on it. Well, it's going to start getting into crunch time now, as Rodriguez is still down, just stretching out his left leg. Amanda's right, in fact. This is where you're going to see a little bit of cramping, a little bit of tired players, tired legs. As I said before, Tucson knows what they need to do. Holding on to a 2-goal lead would be imperative for them so that the last couple minutes of the match don't get too stressful. So you see just a very painful cramp coming for Kevin Rodriguez, who has done a lot of leg work throughout this match. Shout out to the athletic training staff for making sure that he is okay.
SC Tucson. Number 91, Gio Calixtro on for number 17, Shaq Adams.
Coming into the match, as he will replace Shaq Adams. A good shift for the winger. This substitution brought to you by Right
Also on for FC Tucson, number 3,
one more
Alex Knox.
substitution. Alex Knox will come in for Kevin Rodriguez, who after that bit of stretching will just end up coming off anyway. So Alex Knox will make an appearance. Most likely play on the wing. It's a quick drop ball after the stoppage in play for the injury to Rodriguez. Popped up in the air, Kone gets a head on it. That one just popped up in the air by Moran. A bit of play by Vignoles. So now it's back for Moran. Saka Moran. Magalayez now. Switch to the opposite side, and it's intercepted. Gio Calixtro has moved out on that left side to replace Rodriguez. Switched into the middle of the field here. Charlie Dennis. Just plays it back. No Frankie. Orlando, Florida native gets it off for Charlie Dennis. Frankie drives into the teeth of the defense now. Into the attacking third. Frankie tries the low cross, looking for Alex Knox, and instead a counterattack the opposite way. Bolanos gets it out wide for Terzaghi. And Emiliano Terzaghi looking for something to do here. It's a ball threaded past and knocked away by Maxi Schenfeld. Again, as good as Terzaghi has been this season in clinical finishing, that was a peach of a ball looking back post. Here's Falk. Corf putting a little bit more pressure on. Switch to the opposite side. Punched down by Vignoles. Here's Moran. Threaded through for Bolanos. Excuse me, that's actually Chris Cole. Big switch the opposite way. Trying to find Olex Anderson. Schenfeld jumps and ends up winning the ball back and just clears it downfield as far as possible. Into a bit of endgame situation here from Tucson, just trying to hold on to this lead. And Olex Anderson had the ball coming into the field of play and just boots it as far as possible out. As Richmond looked to have tried to move quickly, and Anderson was not too happy that that one ended up being in the field of play. You can see how much this means for both sides. Of course, more stakes in play here for Tucson than Richmond. Kicker's looking to go out on a high note. There's the ball thrown in. A good ball into the box. Noah Frankie's going to run onto it and is taken down by Olex Anderson. A bit of a stare down from Noah Frankie after that play. Not too happy about Olex Anderson's foul. But Mastrantonio has played it to the opposite side for Maxi Schenfeld. One of our goal scorers this evening. It's been Schenfeld, Shaq Adams, Derry Korf, and Luca Mastrantonio. Ball played through, popped up in the air by Delgado. Two more FC Tucson subs coming in a moment. Daniel Bedoya will come in for Charlie Dennis. And Dakota Barthonen will come in for Joao Delgado. And shore up a little bit more defensively. And Delgado will be taken out. Delgado will slowly get up. Tucson will milk a little bit more of this clock as you see the two substitutions getting ready to come in. Big switch coming here from Chris Cole. Underneath there, Olex Anderson. One more sub to add on to that one as well. Aliune Diakite. Diakot, excuse me, will come in for Maxi Schenfeld. So you might end up seeing Barthonen switch back into that left back role.
Number 24, Dakota Barthonen.
Here come the substitutions.
Number 20, Joao Delgado. Number 8, Daniel Bedoya on for number 10, Charlie Dennis. And number 14, Aliun Jahate on for number 19, Maxi Schenfeld.
So, last 5 minutes plus stoppage time will be very interesting considering all of these substitutions, which are brought to you by Right Shore. Thrown in, headed down. Chested down by Bedoya, and the rocket takes off and out of the field of play completely by Richmond. Downfield by Lapsley. Cleared downfield by Kone. And running underneath it, it's actually Jacate. Calixtro just pushed off the ball, and it'll be a throw coming for Tucson. Clock continues to run. At the rate this game is going, we'll probably see about 4 minutes of stoppage time, but we'll bring you the official amount in just a moment. Knocked out of play off of Derry Korf. Korf holding up play. Calixtro. Lays it off for Bedoya. And Korf goes down. It'll be a free kick coming for Tucson. They'll be happy to take their time in taking it. As you can see the urgency that Richmond want the free kick to be taken. Victor Falk just placed it into the lap of Derry Korf and said, here you go, take it now, please. As the clock continues to tick and tick and tick, Tucson will take their time in setting up for this free kick. You've got to think a goal here surely seals it for the home side. It'll be Bedoya and Derry Korf. Korf drives right into the wall, and it kind of works out for Derry Korf as he's able to hold up a little bit of play. But instead, Richmond come away with it. Now a counterattack coming here for Terzaghi and Richmond. Into the midfield is blasting through is Jacate. who's won the ball back for Tucson. A burst of energy off the bench. Some great interplay here from Tucson now. Kone, overlapping run. It's Noah Frankie. As Frankie will go into the box. Smart move here, and taken down is Frankie. Great bit of play by the fullback for Tucson. Being patient with the ball and earning his team another free kick in order to knock off a few more seconds off the clock. And for this ball, you may end up seeing some numbers go into the box, or maybe they'll just play it short, as it certainly seems like they have a number of players around to try and play it short. Jacate right there and will receive the ball. So look to go to the corner. Jacate and Korf, a bit of miscommunication. And it goes right out of play for a Richmond throw now. Long throw and headed away by Frankie. And it's taken down here. Jacate is in. Jacate centers it off. It's going to come for Bedoya. Bedoya's shot over the top. Seconds left until 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes for Richmond to try and find a goal, or 3 minutes for Tucson to hold on to this 2-goal lead. Emiliano Terzaghi threads it wide. Down the line it goes. Here's Anderson back. It's into the box. A chance cleared away by Mastrantonio. Here's Cole. Cole lines up a shot from distance, and it did not dip. Flies over the top as we are into stoppage time. Stoppage time this evening presented by Right Shore. So we'll have the 3 minutes of stoppage time officially. ESPN Plus is your home for the USL playoffs. Join our experts as they break down every matchup of the Championship and League One playoffs presented by Twin Spires. The playoff preview show is Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN Plus. As it certainly looks like FC Tucson will be the last team to make it officially into the playoffs. However, they won't be the last team in the standings. They will have moved all the way up into 4th position as things stand. Chance Olex Anderson battling through. It's into the box. Olex Anderson fires at Lapsley, and he will go down. You can see the frustration on Emiliano Terzaghi's face, but the joy from the Tucson faithful as they will see their team hold on to make the playoff spot as long as nothing crazy happens. We have seen crazier things happen. But it certainly looks like Tucson will be able to hold out in a very, very solid result. Some spectacular goals from Schenfeld, Derry Korf, the header from Mastrantonio off the assist from Charlie Dennis, his 8th of the season. And then Shaq Adams with a brilliant individual effort. João Delgado actually received 2 assists to his credit on the first goal and the last goal that was scored. Kalikstra will take it to the corner. He's kept it in play and booted downfield. As Tucson look to see out this result, got to give credit to John Perlman, who came into the season halfway through. Tucson was a team lacking identity and lacking results. He managed to come in and turn the ship around. One of the things I asked him earlier in the week was, what do you think the turning point of this season was? And we talked about the 4-0 defeat against TFC that they won as a defining performance. Also the 1-0 result on the road against Omaha. How they came back from 1-0 down against New England Revolution 2 to win 2-1. Said it's a team that will not quit. The buy-in has been extremely important. This ball here for Olex Anderson. He cuts it back. Anderson plays it through. It's cleared away by Kalen Fox, and that will do it. FC Tucson have locked their spot into the playoffs with a 4-2 victory over the Richmond Kickers.
Your FC Tucson is playoff bound.
So with the result, it is FC Tucson into 4th position. So you take a look at the man of the max, Machi Schenfeld, had this goal in the 22nd minute to put his team on the board. It was 1-1 as he scored this, and it started the barrage of goals to come. 3 more coming for FC Tucson. As you see, Maxi Schenfeld, the right shore man of the match. As we mentioned before, FC Tucson into the playoffs. So with this right now, as it stands, this could be the matchup for the next game of the playoffs. Tucson and Richmond to play once more. Tucson, winners of Richmond, 4-2. We'll be back in a minute.
At Tucson International Airport, we're nonstop for family reunions and first-time meetings for our teams and our heroes. I'm Danette Bewley, CEO of the Tucson Airport Authority, where we are nonstop supporting jobs and prosperity as an economic engine for the entire southern Arizona region, all without any local tax dollars. Tucson International Airport is nonstop for Tucson.
Kick off your shoes and go barefoot with us. Laugh with us. Yes, girl, with us. Surprise with us. Good times with us. Celebrate you with us. Strike a pose with us. Swap with us. Sip barefoot wine with us. Put down your phone and relax with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
Back here in Tucson, Arizona, Keno Sports Complex, where FC Tucson have locked their spot into the 2021 USL League One playoffs with a 4-2 win over the Richmond Kickers. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this match, as it was entertaining from start to finish. FC Tucson needed a win coming into the match to make the playoffs in the first place, but it started disastrous. It was Jonathan Bolanos who opened the scoring for the Kickers, but just 2 minutes later, a great little combination from João Delgado to Maxi Schenfeld, the left back, scoring the game-tying goal. And then just before halftime, it was Derry Korf, unchallenged, uncontested, catching Akira Fitzgerald off the wrong foot to give his team the 2-1 lead heading into the halftime break. Though that would not last too long, as Emiliano Terzaghi, the best goal scorer in League One this season, capitalizes on a very egregious error from the back line of Tucson, earns the penalty and scores it to make it 2-2. But once again, this would not last very long, as just 3 minutes later, off a Charlie Dennis delivery, Luca Mastrantonio would head this one in and give the lead back to the home side. But they were not done from there, as they wanted to secure the win and make sure they made the playoffs. Shaq Adams dancing on Chris Cole and firing into the near post, beating Akira Fitzgerald for the 4th goal on the evening, as that is where it would stand. FC Tucson, 4-2 wins. So you see FC Tucson now in the 4th spot because of goal differential. A big moment for them. Goal differential as well as wins, which is why North Texas at 40 points is in 6th. And it certainly looks like for the first round, Union Omaha and Greenville will have byes. Chattanooga will face North Texas, and Tucson will go ahead and face Richmond once again. As that will be a very entertaining matchup come next week. Well, with that, that's the end of the USL League One regular season. Thank you very much for joining us throughout the year. Be sure to be prepared for some playoff action starting next week, as these two teams will face each other once again. Tucson, 4-2 winners over Richmond to secure their spot in the playoffs. I'm Austin David. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.